3 pearls. One is conditioning increases pain. The classic study is they shocked somebody with chronic back pain in the presence and the absence of what they call the solicitous spouse. The solicitous spouse was indulgent, concerned, loving, grimaced along with the person who got the shock. They hooked them up to an fMRI machine and they asked them about their pain levels. In the presence of the spouse, double the pain levels. So just having somebody pay attention caused more pain. Now I tell this to families. We do a 4-day family program for people who have somebody in treatment. And then the families begin to cry. Oh my God, you mean I caused their pain? No, you didn't cause their pain. But your attention and your prescribing actually increases pain. It's not an exaggeration and it's not faking. It's conditioning, just like Pavlov. Second pearl is pain patients are a pain. We have studies that show when we hook up my somatosensory cortex, well, I'm kind of stoic, so we hook up his somatosensory cortex and his, and we shock him, and he's going to be crying because he's a wuss, we already know that, his somatosensory cortex is going to light up, even if he's a tough guy. Because we are circuited socially to perceive other people's pain. So when we see facial grimacing, our observing affects our pain levels. And that implies that when you, in your practice, have somebody coming in pain, you are experiencing their pain. Now, there was a corollary study that said that doctors don't have as much of a sensitivity as non-doctors. So.
They go through desensitization treatment. It's called medical school.
Yeah, and they said that was a good thing because then we're not affected by the subjective nature of the pain. And the last is secondary gain prevents people from getting well. And these are subtle things that people get from their pain. I get attention. I got to eat as much as I want. I mean, I had a bout where I was working, but mostly I was in bed. I didn't exercise. I ate. I gained 30 pounds, and I felt like crap. And people would call me up and they'd say, "How are you, Melly?" And I'd say, "Oh, my back really hurts." And I got secondary gain out of it. I didn't know it at the time. And then I told this to a friend. I was writing this in my book, and he said, "Yeah, nobody ever calls Mel to move anything." That was what I wanted to hang on to. So if they come into your office, you might say, "I can cure your back pain, but there's a risk you'll have nothing left to talk about."